Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play more Pokemon Crystal. No Pokecenters, no Pokemarts. Unfortunately, that intro kind of sucked there. But either way, we're going to proceed here. And unfortunately, we do need to use Cut to get past this tree here. So, if we take a look at Bellsprout here, I think he's the only guy in our party that can learn Cut. And although we don't really need Bellsprout to level up, I think getting rid of Growth is probably our best move here. Growth, although it'll power up Vine Whip, realistically Vine Whip's not really going to be used that often in our run, so it should be I feel pretty content to just throw Cut on there, get rid of Growth, and proceed in that fashion. So that's what we're going to do, and I guess Quilava can also learn Cut, but I'd much rather not throw it on him, much rather keep space for some other moves and things like that. Either way, we're going to get rid of Growth, and that should allow us to continue through here. It also gives Bellsprout an additional move, but that's besides the point, because we're probably not going to be training up Bellsprout any much more than is currently. So here's the Ilex Forest Shrine, and normally this is where you would find Celebi, but that requires hacking, and we're not into hacking, so definitely not going to be looking into that. Either way, there should be a hidden item, I think, right here. So we grab a full heal there, which is nice, and we'll proceed onwards here. There's not really too many trainers in this forest, so I feel content just making our way towards the exit. I think there's only one trainer that we really have to fight, nothing hidden there. Got an antidote. Antidote. There we go, that's more like it. And I think there's another hidden item somewhere around here. Maybe here? This corner? There it is. Hidden super potion right there. So maybe some of you guys didn't know about that. Maybe some of you guys didn't know about that full heal. So it's nice to pick up those extra items. And this guy here is going to give us TMO2, which is Headbutt. And it's an excellent TM to have because it gives us a pretty powerful normal type attack, and you throw that on a normal type and you get some stab boost going, and it turns out to be pretty powerful. So I'm definitely in favor of picking that one up, and maybe we can make use of it later on in this run as we proceed through. So that guy there, he's basically the only trainer in this forest, so we're gonna want to ignore him for now. And I think there's an item right here, so there's an extra ether for you guys, just in case you didn't know about that item either. So that's about it as far as the items in Ilex Forest is concerned. I think we grabbed everything we need to. I think this girl over here is going to give us TM12, I believe, which is Sweet Scent, and that allows us to attract some wild Pokemon. So it's pretty nice to have, but don't really need to worry about it too much. And so right here, we want to try and avoid any wild fights that we can. I believe we should be able to slip by all of them fairly easily, and without too much trouble. Now, there is an important decision to make here. I think I'm going to pick up the egg Pokemon later. Well, I guess I don't really need Togepi right now, so I'm going to throw Togepi into the PC. As you can see, Togepi is at full HP. He is at max PP, so we're going to throw Togepi in the PC. Therefore, if I need to, I can take it back out. So that's what we're going to do. I will take it back out later, I guess, to name it. Careful, do not want to deposit something that we don't want to right there, because if I deposited Quilava, he'd heal, he'd restore his PP, and this run would basically be a fraud. So nevertheless, you talk to this old lady here, and she tells us that she has an egg for us. So oh shoot, no, not her. You talk to the husband. Anyways, he has a egg for us, and we receive an odd egg. So that can be one of a bunch of different Pokemon, like a Magby, an Elekid, a Tyrogue, Smoochum. All those baby Pokemon basically gives us an option. Ultimately, I would much prefer it to be an Elekid if possible, but there's no way to really ensure that, and I'm not gonna reset the game just to ensure that we get it. Even though we could, it's just, I don't know, I feel wrong resetting just to try and get a specific Pokemon. Anyways, you come down here, and there's one of two items that we can pick up right now. We can pick up this bicycle here, which is nice, and basically you get it for free, and it's, if you ride it around enough, basically the guy's gonna call you and say you get to keep the bicycle. So he's technically loaning it to us, but eventually we're gonna own it anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But the other item, we're gonna have to wait until we get the third badge to get. One thing we can do though is we can come into the radio tower. I believe if we talk to this guy, we can check and maybe get a lucky prize here. So we're gonna try and do that. I'm only gonna do this once, so hopefully we can get a good prize here. This week's number is 15189. Let's see if we have a match. And verdict says nope. So no free item for us, unfortunately. And we're gonna have to proceed onwards. But you know, there was a chance I could have picked up something. So either way, the Name Raider's house is right here, and I guess we already deposited Togepi, so I can't do that yet. And I also forgot to check what Togepi is supposed to be nicknamed anyways, so it doesn't really matter. The next thing we can do is we could talk to this guy and get a free Spearow, I believe, or it's the guy in the next route. Yeah, it's the guard in the next route. And nevertheless, there is a couple trainers that we do want to try and bypass here. And just a second here, we're gonna make a slight cut. Alright, so essentially one of the upcoming trainers here, there is one fight that I do fear that we may encounter, and for that reason I'm gonna throw Bellsprout into the front just because of some of the Pokemon he has, and hopefully we can bypass this girl here, which we do, which is nice. And so this trainer here, he's kind of hard to avoid. Maybe we can get lucky and dodge him like so, and we can save that experience for later, which is really nice to have. These guys here, just to be safe, I'm going to throw Makar into the front, and hopefully we can bypass both of them, which we do with ease, so that's definitely great for us. And look at this, it is a it is Tuesday, therefore the bug catching contest is on, and because we have Onix in the party, and because he's more or less condemned, I'm going to throw him in there, because if a Pokemon does attack us, if it does damage, we can basically just absorb it with Onix. And so the rules for the bug catching contest, as I'm going to state them now, are the fact that we are allowed to catch one Pokemon from one bug contest, and whatever prize we get, that's the prize we end up with. So we're just going to have to accept it and move on. Anyways, I have a strategy that I'm going to enter this bug contest, and hoping to get first prize. There's a chance I still lose, but nevertheless, we should be able to get through without too much ease. Oh shoot. The thing about the bug contest is it doesn't cost us any money. Even though they take our Pokemon away, they don't fully heal them, so it doesn't really give us an advantage in any sense of the word. And I keep answering no to that for some reason. For some reason he wants to ask me like a million questions, and you have to answer yes to every single one of them. So anyways, we get some Pokeballs and we can finally enter the park here. So we get 20 minutes to find any Pokemon we want and catch it. And so the main strategy in this is you want to catch a male Pokemon. As I've said before, their stats are higher. You want to catch a higher level Pokemon if possible, because they're going to have higher stats. And preferably you want to catch a Pinsir or a Scyther because they have higher total base stats. The thing is, Scythers can get up to level 14, so we don't want a level 13 Scyther. We want a level 14 male Scyther, and we keep encountering level 13s, which is not what we want. We want 14s because 14 is the max you can get. And there we go, a level 14 Scyther. and you also want to keep its HP as high as possible. Therefore, we're just going to chuck Park Balls and pray until we catch it at full HP. It's not the most efficient strategy, but we should be able to deal with it relatively simply, or relatively easily, and it shouldn't take us too many Park Balls to catch. Unfortunately, this Scyther doesn't want to be caught apparently, but who knows. So Scyther apparently wants to get some more critical hits, wants to try and get some critical hits on us, but hopefully we can catch it before we allow that to happen. And it did start shaking once there, so hopefully that's a good sign of things to come. If not, who knows. So here we go, toss another Park Ball. I'm basically just going to throw them until we catch it. If we don't catch it, then that's just how it works out. If Onyx dies, that's again how it works out. Basically I've condemned Onyx at this point anyways. All he is a PP slave, and oh, that was really close. We got it to shake 3 times, so came pretty close to that one. Anyways, I'm basically just going to speed up this part until we catch Scyther, and there we go. We caught it on, I think, the 5th or 6th Park Ball. So hopefully this is the guy that's going to win us the contest. If not, we'll have to see. There is a really high chance that I do win just because it is a level 14 Scyther, which is probably the best Pokemon you can go into. Scyther or Pinsir at level 14 is basically the guy you want to have. So we say we do want to finish now, and we're going to see if we win. So here he goes. He's going to judge the Pokemon contest, and we've chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? Placing 3rd was William, so he got a Venonat. Not a bad Pokemon. Placing 2nd was Barry. I like the sound of that. And he had a Venonat, which means, hopefully for us, the contest winner is Andrew. Yes, we caught our Scyther, and we also get the top prize, which is a Sunstone. So definitely great to have. It's useful for evolving Pokemon such as Sunkern and Gloom, I guess. Sorry. Gloom? Yes, you evolve Gloom with a Sunstone into what's the name? Blossom. I can't even think today. Either way, I don't really have a nickname for Scyther right now, so unfortunately we're gonna have to throw another placeholder onto here. Name in, I guess, or maybe this one will actually call Name Me. So that's what we'll throw on there, and we do get all our Pokemon back at the same health, so that's just how it is. I'm gonna throw Scyther into the PC for now, just because I do want to catch a Pokemon here specifically for our run. Therefore, we're gonna want to get rid of some party space so we can catch him basically at whatever we get him at. So there we go, Scyther deposited. And one thing I did remember to take the barrier off of Onyx. I thought I didn't. I guess I am gonna condemn Onyx, like I said. He did technically already die, so I feel like having him be revived like that it's kind of against the rules. So we're gonna throw Onyx back into the box, unfortunately, and proceed with what we've got. So either way, I am looking for a very specific Pokemon in this route, and once that sign disappears there, we can start to proceed. There also are some items that I want to pick up here as well, so that's what we're going to be doing now. Quickly speed through here, grab the Paralyzed Heal, and we have to go all the way around and grab here TM28, which is Dig. And I think there's one more item. A full heal there, and I think that's all of the hidden items here. There might be one more in the grass somewhere. I'll have to check that and get back to you guys. But either way, I think that's all the items we can find, and I'm gonna try and catch one specific Pokemon in this area here, and hopefully you guys are most of you should be familiar with this Pokemon, but at least if you watch the Yellow Run, it is a similar Pokemon, basically the same guy, and we don't want to fight that girl by accident, so we don't want to step by there. And hopefully we can find this guy with relative ease without encountering any wild trainer fights. Fortunately, not a Sunkern, at least not yet. Maybe later. Not a Caterpie. Like I said, not a Sunkern. And here we go, level 12 Nidoran, and I had the wrong Pokemon out, so we're gonna have to switch Xerxes back to the front of the party. I don't think it should do too much damage. I don't feel content throwing Makar in there because if Nidoran attacks, it's gonna die. Therefore, we're gonna have to use a tackle with Quilava. Hopefully not do too much damage on it because I do want to catch it. If it does a lot of damage, I'm just gonna run anyways, and there we go. Relatively low amount of HP there, and hopefully we can catch this with our with a single Pokeball here. That'd be really great. Although we did have a bit of trouble with catching Makar, hopefully Nidoran won't give us too much trouble, and it doesn't. Nidoran gets caught on the first Pokeball. I don't understand that. A half HP level 8 Geodude takes 3 Pokeballs to catch a 75% HP Nidoran. 1 ball. So, Malk wanted to be Nidoking, so that's what we're going to call this one. Or, I should say Nidoran right now, but hopefully soon to be Nidoking if all goes to plan. That's what like I said, most of you guys who have watched the Yellow Run are familiar with who I refer to when I talk about Welker. And, as stated, he's probably one of the most valuable members of our party. The great thing about this particular Nidoran is the fact that he starts at level 12, he starts with Double Kick, Horn Attack, and Tackle, and look at all that PP. That's, let's see, let's add that all up. It's 90 PP of attacks right there, so very solid guy, and I think he gets Poison Sting at level 17 already. 17 or 19 if you evolve, something like that. But either way, a ridiculous amount of attacks right off the bat, which means he's going to be easily able to grind up in this part. Nevertheless, I think there's not too much else we can get accomplished in this part, at least I don't think right now. The next part's probably going to be mostly trying to grind up Nidoran to an appropriate level where he's usable. And other than that, maybe trying to get to a point where we can take on Whitney at least. So, nevertheless, we did get some productive stuff done. We went through the bug catching contest, we caught a level 12 Nidoran, we got through Ilex Forest, all that good stuff. And I guess next part we'll hopefully start training up Nidoran to where he's more productive and maybe take on Whitney if we're lucky. Anyways folks, it's been a great episode and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.